Shalom. Call Halim Light Hawa Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who rule and teach war the Hopeful Lake. And sincere shalom to the Hopeful Lake, the house of David, the 1/3, who's tuned in to the truth and pushing the truth with all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth where we have been scattered. Now you have this chart right here where it says boomers versus Gen Z. And it shows you how much a house cost in 1970, which was $15,000, versus now. That's the average price, okay? Average price for a home now, $436,000. I think the next, what you see below it, I believe that is the average pay. I believe, serves me correctly. I forget. It may be. I think that's college. No, it's not college tuition. That's the third row. It escapes me what this second line is right there. Maybe yearly amount for groceries. It escapes me, but this third row is college tuition. All right, for a semester, it used to be $500. Now it's $11,000. All right, gas used to be 36 cents a gallon. Now it's $3.80. Um, the average, the yearly income was 9,000 a year. Now it's only now it's 56,000 a year. The average household had 3.5 kids. Now the average household now has 1.9 kids. The dual income was 47%. Now it's 65%. Now the average income being 56% is definitely a lie. Average income is around 30, the mid 30,000, so 34, 35, 36,000. That's about the average income for the typical Babylonian, okay, which gives you about 750 a week. All right, that's what the average Babylonian out here, all right, is making. And again, I'm trying to remember what this second row is. If it comes back to me, I'll speak on it. But you see how everything increased by 20 times, 20 times, 10 times, 29 times, but the income only increased 6 times, right? So you go back to the 70s, you could be an average person, average wage, and in a couple years, save up maybe about 4 or 5 years, you can buy a house cash, just saving up, right? Nowadays, please, man, right? College, same thing for college. You could pay your way through college. Now, pretty much everybody in college is in debt unless you got to hook up through a grant. Um, what else? If you were like in the military, or you or your parents were in the military, you get college free, things like that. But that's not the norm, right? In the 70s, you could be working as a janitor for a middle school, a high school, and about time you hit 50, you can retire, live off your pension, and you're good. Get a house, put your kids through college, or your kids can work part time, pay for their college, or whatever it is, man. You could be a regular average Joe when you was living good. Now the average person is borderline poverty, pretty much in a third world condition. That's just really what it is. It's third world living conditions now for the average uh, Babylonian, right? The average American. I mean, look at how drastic the cost of living for a home, man. That's the biggest leap yet. And the smallest leap is the income. And you Edomites is feeling this squeeze. I mean, this is insanity right here. $15,000. So just think about it. You could pay, all right? You could save up. Say you lived with your parents and saved up, right? So you don't have to pay rent. After like 3, 4 years, you can buy a house cash, easy. You can't do that now, man. That's why I say this 56,000 is BS. Because if the average Babylonian was making 56,000, if the average Babylonian, how much is that a month? just $4,666 a month. Come on, man. If the average Babylonian was making that much money, things wouldn't be how it is now. All right, this is BS right here. All right, it's more like I think it's 34, 35, 36,000 the average person is making. All right, so this place is through. Babylon the Great is not the great. All right, it's a hellhole, and it's only getting worse. And you Edomites, all you see is Edomites complaining. It's a super big, super big, super popular song of this Edomite. He's definitely an Edomite. All right, singing this song about how Babylon the Great sucks. Now let me see if I can find it. Um, let me see. All right, it's called Oliver Anthony Richmond North of Richmond. Oliver Anthony Richmond North of Richmond. 36 million views in 2 weeks. Cause he's singing about here let me read you some lyrics, man. Of this Edomite complaining of how his country that they got through rape, rob, and murder isn't so great no more. And now he's feeling conditions that are not even as worse as what our forefathers went through, man. Like what Jake has been going through, still going through. And you Edomites again, just a little smidget of it, and you already depressed and complaining because you're the weaker vessel, man. One people shall be stronger than the other, and we are in our lowest state right now. This is the Edomites' glory. Let's see if I can read you some lyrics to this song. And this Edomite pouring out his pain. It says, all it is living in a new world is pain, right? These Richmond North, the Richmond Lord knows it all. To one I have total. Hold on, man. It's a good part. Let me go to the. I think it's probably on Rap Genius, right? I believe it. Jake's. I think it's called Genius now, where they have the lyrics of songs. This Edomite pouring out his pain, man. He out in the country. You see a what you would call it, a hunter stand in the background. And he out in the country. He out in the country complaining. So imagine these Edomites in the city. Because out in the country, you can go hunt a deer, eat venison. These people in these countries, man, they bugged out. They eat turtles, turtle soup. They eat raccoons, possums. They'll eat anything. So they got more food source. They can forage, all that, and they still struggling, man. That's how sunken this place has gotten. Let's read some of these lyrics real quick. Excuse me. Before I read these lyrics, let's get Deuteronomy 30:7, and it reads, "And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." Right. So this is just a slight taste of the hell that these devils are gonna catch, and they already fold into this pressure. And you notice these Edomites trying to align themselves with Jake, saying, it's us versus the rich. Nah, man, you Edomites had it all good, and now you starting to struggle, and you try to make amends in a way with Jake, and it's not gonna work because first and foremost, it's deceitful to begin with. All right, here goes some of these lyrics. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. That's right. They working for the minimum wage. right? Got to get overtime because you're only making eight an hour, 8.50 an hour. Got to work overtime, working 12-hour shifts, 60 hours a week. All right, for decades, centuries. Esau is hurt. These devils are really hurt, and they poker face is not strong at all. They don't got no poker face, man. It's a damn shame what the world's got into. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. You the wicked, Esau. You complaining about what you've done. Let's get that. Just the book of Job, um, 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? And he said, what is this world got into? Well, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Your people, you Edomites. That's why the world is. Let's get some more scriptures on that. This is Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And this song is mourning, man. This song is straight up mourning. All right? He's letting out his frustration on his mic and his guitar. Why? Because the wicked is ruling. It says for people like me and people like you. So he's basically talking about the Edomites, man. That's the main people that's jamming this song. All right, Jake ain't really bumping this. It's these Edomites. And you best believe these Edomites is locked and loaded to pillage and plunder, because that's what they're going to revert back to, is this sword, man. These Edomites are going to revert back to this sword. This is a funny one right here. I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere, man. That's playing into that, Epstein, whatever his name is, right? Lord, we got folks in the street and ain't got nothing to eat. Well, guess what, man? The children of Israel was building up cities, doing all their own things, sovereign from you devils. And what you devils do, get jealous and come and destroy it, man. Then they was left with nothing to eat. So why the hell do we care about you devils? The Most High doesn't care about you devils, because you're the wicked. Because there's another one right here. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, because all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. And there's a war on masculinity, right? Which is just all this. The vast majority of what's plaguing these devils was to plague Jake, man, specifically Judah. It then transferred over to the rest of these heathens and everybody else living in Babylon the Great and the world, right? That's the influence right there, good and the bad. But that's it for these lyrics. You devils, you Edomites, you're through, because they're getting rid of the middle class. The middle class is almost done away with. Um, whatever this next crisis is going to completely wipe away the middle class. The middle class is going to be gone. It's going to be rich and poor, like it says in the scriptures, man. He calls it both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, right? Um, and you best believe these dudes that made that song and people that's really resonating with that song, oh yeah, they gonna come after people, right? They gonna come after politicians. They gonna come after Jake. They gonna try to come. They gonna try to attack the government in some way, shape, or form, man. Because they're sick. Why do you think like back in 2020, I keep referencing 2020 because back in 2020 was a prelude to this chaos that's coming. Jacob's trouble, man. They had these militias pulling up deep to these governmental buildings with 7, 8 magazine clips on their chest and their side, with these tricked out AR-15s and these pistols and all types of weaponry and tools and clothing that they wore. Oh yeah, This is game I used to play called Tom Clancy's The Division, man. That's a little taste of Jacob's Trouble right there. Tom Clancy's The Division. It's a very similar movie game to that movie. I think the movie was called Bushwick, where I think some city broke away. I think it was Texas or something that broke away. It's something similar to that. Tom Clancy's The Division in Bushwick. That's just a little smidget of Jacob's Trouble, though, man. Let's get this in the book of Job. It's the book of Job. Job, chapter 20. Job chapter 20 and verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall be upon him. You go into that word wicked being used, all right, because you got to get the context, got to get the meaning. The wicked there is going to what? A laborer, a workman, a sufferer, man. That's what it's going into, all right? That laboreth in misery, man. Workman, right? So this song is both figuratively, literally, in both definitions, is sung by a wicked man, right? Now, wicked man, in his mind, wants some type of recompense, man, from the hell that he's been catching out here, right? I mean, just look at these numbers I'm showing on the screen. It's another video I seen which statistically proves that people in the Great Depression had it better than they have it now, man. Literally, the people in the Great Depression could still get a house, right? On their own, they could still do stuff like that. They could still afford groceries, all that. The average person in the Great Depression compared to now, it's insane. This place is through. You know, they say it's hard to understand that you're living through history till after it passes, and we're living through one of these milestones, so to speak, in biblical prophecy. And this place is out of here, man. This place is through. And that's it for this video. Lord's will is edifying. Shalom.